wise man once said, the will to win, the desire to succeed,
what takes guts is to put yourself on the line.
the urge to reach your full potential.
A leader makes the way.
These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. Success Resources is the world's leading events promoter of business, personal development, and wealth creation programs. For over 30 years, we've helped over 10 million people across 30 countries unlock their full potential. From North America, to Europe, to Africa, to Asia, to Oceania, we are the key to your personal success. We open the door to the world's best speakers, such as Anthony Robbins, Sir Richard Branson, Robert Kiyosaki, and T. Harv Eker, to name a few. Praised by Donald Trump for being the world's best, we have over 500 events a year and access to the greatest thinkers, achievers, and motivators of our time. We guide you to the success that lies in every one of us.
But you will not discover your greatness in your comfort zone.
You have to have confidence in yourself.
We have never really truly reached our destination. There's always another level to strive for. Your best is yet to come. Success Resources, your learning partners.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday. Welcome to episode 9 of Bitcoin Journey to 100,000. I know many people are panicking. I could see it throughout the whole internet. Many are actually taking advantage also and utilizing this dip as a gift and buying more since things are cheaper. And I believe that is the right call. But today we are going to discuss why Bitcoin has come down and what should we do about it and what is it going to be with Bitcoin. We believe that Bitcoin is the best financial instrument for store of financial energy and the best tool for preserving financial wealth. Secret to success is to wake up early, work hard, and own Bitcoin. So once again, welcome to Bitcoin Journey to 100,000. Now, my name is Richard Tan, and from Success Resources, we are the world leading education provider every week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This is streamed live on Facebook and YouTube. We make videos on tracking incredible journey of Bitcoin to 100,000. So if this is a journey that you like to learn and follow, make sure you subscribe to the channel, gently tap the thumbs up button real quick, and also the notification bell. So whenever we put a video, you are the first to know. Now, I'm very delighted to bring my friends, Dr. Clemen Chiang, to the program. He's an authority in the financial investing and also a very well-known teacher. Someone that's very high energy and a man with a very big heart. So welcome, Dr. Clemen.
Wow, Richard. Again, thank God it's Friday. And today, if you look at the day, it's Friday, 19th of November. It's a really awesome, fascinating week. This is probably the biggest learning lesson day of the remaining days of 2021. I think I'm so excited about today's live stream. And thank you for having me. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Thank you, everybody, for logging in. So Bitcoin is now 57, right? So lower than yesterday. It seems like we have gone down below the support level, unfortunately. Now, I have read that the 2021 Bitcoin movement is very similar to 2017, and it's kind of following to the thief, right? So let me just share with everybody this chart, right? Okay, this chart. And here we go. So this is the chart. Let me see if I can share this right now. Okay. So this is the chart. Okay. So if everybody is looking at this chart, the one in blue is 2017, right? Bitcoin in 2017, not very clear, but this is the best I can get. Okay. Now 2021 is the one in color, and you'll see right here, Dr. Clemen, right? Okay, right here. Here is where we are today. So this is where we are today.
Yes.
Now we are looking at, the rest of the journey. Based on 2017, after the dip, it is kind of going up. Okay, so question for you, Doctor.
Wow, this is fascinating.
What do you see in the similarity between 2017 and 2021? Can you help us make an analysis of this whole situation?
Oh, yes, that's a fascinating contribution from Richard. You brought up a really powerful chart, and I kind of going to overlay that chart over my chart, and then we're going to talk about two very important key points. So let me switch over my screen right this moment. So step one, we trace the performance of Bitcoin back then in 2017 that goes through the path of this blue line right here, and to the moon. And back then in 2017, the all-time high was 19,000, and that hit in the month of December. That's the reason why we are counting down exactly 1 month. So if we are talking about 19 November to 19 December, and I'm going to pick out the exact date so that today we're going to learn 3 very important points as raised by Richard when we do the overlay back then, all right? So step one, we're going to kind of move straight away to the year 2017 and capture the very important date. What is that date that we call it the highest point of 19,000, all right? So I'm going to kind of put it right here and everybody to look into this box here. All right, this box is showing us back then the highest price with the little hair on top of the candle. That's we hit 20,000. Just round it up, very easy. Remember, that's 20,000. All right. And then when I zoom out, and what I want to do is to go and track the exact date. That is 17th of December to be exact. And then 1 day before that, that's the 16th of December, the big green candle right here. This is 16. And then this final little hair on top of the head, that's kind of the 17. So I position it exactly like that, okay? So we got 2 days kind of a lock up in our mind to say, okay, if we want to repeat this, it's going to be a really, really fascinating. But today what we need to establish is to explain, when Richard brought out this chart, are we right now at the lowest point of which it will start to bounce? Are we right now at the lowest point of the remaining days in 2021? And after which, boom, it'll start to go up, all right? So we set up the stage for this. So step one, we got the dates right already. And the date is 17th of December back then in 2017. And then I kind of move back right now to here, all right? So I'm going to give you all a very, very clear step. And then this is something when all of you, the US call it y'all. When y'all play this at home with your chart, you're going to have an amazing breakthrough, all right? So I'm going to expand the chart right now. All right? And a few things to note is that, number one, I'm looking at a linear chart. This is very important. If you are looking at a logarithmic chart, you're not going to repeat what I'm doing here. So I'm looking at a linear chart, all right? So these are the selection I made. Now, after I shown you the linear chart, I'm going to start my journey right now. I'm going to start off with the nice round number called 52,500. All right, we're going to establish this as a very important, nice round number. Now, why? Because it cuts right here, bong. It cuts right here, bong. So that's the very, very important number. So we're going to start from 52,000. And then we're going to establish, I'm going to just draw it really, give all of us sufficient space. All right, this will be just nice, all right? So I'm going to start from this point, 52,500, and I'm going to drop my line right here. This is gorgeous, gorgeous. And 52,500 with minus 10,000, that will be 42,500. So we draw it until somewhere around this point, all right? Then I'm going to move a little bit. I'm going to adjust this this box here so that the things that we want to see within the box, number one, is this green, hang on a minute. The things that we want to see, number one, is this green candle here. All right. This green candle that's just inside my red box. I zoom it up here. You guys can see this very tall green candle. All right. So I'm seeing that, and I'm going to establish that as my first pick. And I'm also going to establish here as my second pick. All right. So I got two picks there, PEAK. All right. So this is really, really easy to do. And in fact, if you want to establish it to be even more precise, we can enlarge that to 3 picks. All right. So I'm going to enlarge that to 3 picks. And I just missed one out just now. I'm going to go back to my 52,500, drop a line, go to 42,500. And then we're going to end up somewhere around here. And I'm going to shift again. Okay, so right now, I got it really beautiful. One more time, I repeat, 3 picks for you. Oops, hang on a minute. I got to go back and put it back nicely. So I'm going to show the 3 picks. This is 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got the 3 picks. Now, once we establish these 3 picks, then we're going to replicate this box and move it out here to current time and space. So right now, the highest point is 67,500. And then if you minus 10,000, that's 57,500. And then it will look exactly perfect, exactly like this. All right. So we're going to show you 3 picks. Pick number 1, pick number 2, and pick number 3. All right. So we have established it like this box is a height of 10,000. Now, I'm going to use a different color right now and show you how powerful this is going to be for everyone to understand. Here we go. I'm going to go at the bottom of the first chart here to show you this area. There are some candles that drop below. There are some candles that drop below into my blue box here, below 42,500. And after which, this large green candle will show up and boom, 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 boom. And this is the sign that it gets out of the whole zone between 42,500 and 52,500. All right. So I'm going to repeat that. And I'm going to come back right here. And come back right here and take out the blue box. And again, repeat, put it right here. So if it drops, it's kind of drop like to 55,000 at the bottom. And that's what we are seeing right now on the data. Right now, Bitcoin, as we're speaking right now, is at 56,000. So we are inside this blue box right now. Here we go, right? So back then, they will drop into this blue box here. And it will just ding dong for a few more days or maybe today. And thereafter, the big green candle will show up and it start to move up. And the movement up is in the preparation for all the way up to 100,000. Now, then I tested this thesis. You know, Richard, it's a kind of a really mind-boggling for me because I repeated the same exercise onto Ethereum. And this is really mind-blowing. So I'm going to, keep all these charts here. I'm going to change my chart right now to Ethereum, ETH/USD, dong, right? Exactly like this. And I'm going to repeat the whole exercise one more time. So remember, we got the 3 picks. So step 1, we look for right here, 4,000 mama. And we're going to drop right here. So just bear with me for a little while. 4,000 and we drop to 3,000, all right? So exactly like this. Yep. Now, highlight the 3 picks. So this is the first big pick, second big pick, and the third big pick, all right? We got 3 picks there. So we established that. Now, very good. Now I'm going to take this, replicate it, all right? And we are moving to the 5,000, 4,000 range, which is around like this. Exactly right here. And again, we established the 3 picks. This is the first one. This is the second one. This is the third one, all right? So that is repeated. And then we bring out our blue box. Right now, change it to a blue box. We give it a buffer of about 200. So for Bitcoin, it's about 2,500. For Ethereum, it's about 200. And then we take this box and put it somewhere here. All right. So we know right now it already touched 4,000. We are just waiting for some candles to drop in the blue box, some candles to drop in the blue box, after which this super green candle, pong, will appear. This super large green candle, pong, will appear. And what will happen? Here we go. From which it will shoot up to an all-time high, and thereby, fulfilling our vision of this really, really crazy movement. I repeated it for Ethereum. I repeated it for Bitcoin. And I say, wow, I think it's either today or tomorrow, very near to the guy moving up with the big green candle. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen, for that analysis. Now, I pick up another chart today.
Yes.
I don't really understand this. It looks really interesting. It seems that whenever there is a full moon, okay, now we are going back to it seems that whenever there's a full moon, the price of Bitcoin will dip. I don't know if the romantic people, have something to do with it now. I'm not sure if it is by coincidence or by explanation. So can you help us bring up the chart and help us explain what's the psychology behind the moon phase and the surprising correlation of it?
Oh, yes. And, right now we put on the role of an astronomer. We're going to study the stars and the moon. But this is, it's really fascinating stuff because we have all kinds of expertise specialists putting our common lenses into this space of Bitcoin. So from different areas of expertise, then this is another area whereby we are looking at, oh my gosh, this is, oops, let me just adjust my candle and I hope I can draw it. All right, so here we go. This is the part where it got really interesting. Step one, all this like dark gray round circle right here. I mean, I'm going to kind of zoom it for everybody and then we can really see it right clear. All right, so this one is what they call a new moon. New moon is dark gray in color, black line, dark gray. All right. Then the one is a whitish gray. This is called a full moon. So full moon is two things to take away from. It's always at the lowest point, and after that, it sets off a major movement up. All right. And then a new moon will set off a major movement down, like this red arrow here. Right. You see a new moon, and then you'll go down. And then whereas for full moon, once you spotted it, it will start to go up. All right. Now, what I'm really interested is right now. All right. So they kind of have proven it to us that, okay, in the past, it has exactly followed the development of the moon and goes up, goes down, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Okay. I can put that to test by just navigating right here, and really clearly is navigating within the distance, within the closed channel between the full moon and the new moon. But I want to stretch it right all the way here, and that's it. We are officially today, right here, right now, this moon here. All right. So this is the moon, and what I drawn just now, kind of a code, there's a little bit of correlation and co-match, because I wanted to find out for Bitcoin, what is the range? And the range is, 67,500 minus 10,000, that'll be 57,500, and then you drop a buffer of 2,005 between 55,000 to 57,500. I've proven that for Bitcoin. I've proven that for Ethereum. So Ethereum is 3,008 and so on. All right. So we kind of want to put all our minds and apply our minds together and say, is today really, really the lowest price is going to hit? Right? Is today really, really the lowest price is going to hit? So how do we test a question like that? All right. So I mean, this is really fascinating stuff. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this tab. And I'm going to kind of put it on left and right so that everybody can see together, right? So let me just do some adjustment here. And it's really, really fascinating stuff. ETH, USD. Hang on a minute. I'm going to pull out the chart and we're going to see together, right? So here we go. And let me just take away my picture. And ready? Check this out. We're going to do exactly this right now, all right? I'm going to put this guy here and I'm going to bring out my arrow. Today for Bitcoin here, it is a red candle. But for Ethereum right here is still a green candle, as I'm talking about the today candle, right? So you can see it's still a green candle. Now, what would happen for this event to take place, to define hitting the lowest point? I want to see both candles red today. So the Bitcoin, the rate is already there, established, all right? So you just kind of float between, the price right now is 55,885, and I think you touch the hair, enter into the box, 55,000, all the way to 57,500. They will travel in the little blue rectangular box I explained just now. But I want to see Ethereum turn red today. This is the sign I'm looking for. So if both candles between Bitcoin and Ethereum turn red today, then I believe that is the point in time whereby we have hit the bottom of the two blue rectangular boxes I drawn just now. And it may stay there for 1 day, 2 days, 5 days, and then pop, you'll get up. So this is really, I think we really have to stay focused from Friday to next Friday for 1 week. We're going to see how it play out within our little rectangular blue box I drawn just now. And by the way, all this is on record forever on YouTube. And you guys can kind of compare and play around with it. I think it's really, really fascinating because this is the final stage. I call it the launch pad, and bomb, all the way it goes to 100,000. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Well, by the way, today is full moon tonight, okay? So,
full moon.
Full moon tonight, so it is a good sign. Now we always want to learn modern, the successful, and look at what they do, because there is a reason why they are successful, right? Because of what they do. Now we have public news of the following very successful business people. They are wealthy investor also, not only in the traditional business, but also in the crypto area. Number one is Elon Musk, the richest man in the world. He said he only owned 3 coins. Yeah, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the Dogecoin. Michael Saylor, very, very successful business person. And also, he says that he only owned 1 coin, that is Bitcoin. Now, today, we have got the owner of the largest exchange in the world. He is the founder of Binance. His name is commonly known as CZ. His net worth is well over $16 billion. He's a resident in Singapore right here. And he has more money than the owner of Coinbase and Gemini, according to Ford, right? Now, today, he says that he only owns 2 coins, not 5, not 10, not 20, because many people think that the wealthy you are, the more coin you own. But he said he only owns 2 coins, even as an owner of an exchange. The 2 coins he owns is BTC and BNB. And he also said that he hardly sell any of his Bitcoin since he bought, in 2014. Now, question to you here, Dr. Clemen, is this: why do you think CZ is not selling his Bitcoin? Is there any reason? And what can we learn from all these very successful investors?
I think that's a great question, Richard. I really had the pleasure to meet CZ in 2 separate occasions, one in Taipei and the other one in Singapore. So, as you were speaking out just now, I kind of trying to trace back on my Facebook, when did I post a picture of me and CZ together? And I'm going to bring out a very, very important point. And the point is this man is so freaking humble. I mean, it's like he totally got no air around him. And this is the reason why, all the BNB holders across the world really love this guy a lot. All right. So Maybe I can find a picture of that. Just I can't find it right now. Later I'll just pull it out. All right. So let's take a look at this really amazing article that says, okay, he's only holding on to BNB and Bitcoin. Now he started Bitcoin. I think he holds a large bunch of Bitcoins because he started in 2014, not 2017. So that was a kind of a review in a recent interview he done. And to him, I think in his world, he shared in one of the very important interview with Bloomberg, and that is number one, he's very, very good at creating the exchange platform. That is his background as a computer geek, and he's an engineer at heart. So he will create a platform that everybody loves, put everything onto it. That's why Binance became the most liquid exchange on planet Earth. That's point number one. Point number two, but in terms of his personal wealth, looks like he's very discerning, right? Because he knows which one is the most important coin of them all. Number one, obviously, is Bitcoin. And he has been holding it since 2014. Can you imagine the price that, oh my gosh, it must be so dirt cheap. All right? So just based on the price of 2014 for Bitcoin itself, you can kind of, and everybody try to attempt to calculate the wealth of this man. But the second coin is the one, what we call his baby, BNB, Binance Coin. So if we come and take a look at Binance Coin right now today, so we log directly into Binance.com and I'm going to show you guys how to navigate to the part. We always, step one, go to this place called a trade followed by classic, and we kind of open up the charts right here, and then we're going to open up Binance pairing with USDT. So this is the wealth of CZ. You can see the chart right here at before the regulatory clampdown on him. Bitcoin was trading at how much? Holy moly. Binance Coin was trading at 691, and that was the peak period where they hit really an all-time high, 691 historical all-time high. And while they are still going through the regulatory crackdown, they have hit a second all-time high at around 660, all right? And of course, right now with the recent drop in Ethereum and Bitcoin, Binance Coin will also correspondingly, just like a float in the open sea, goes up and down. Right now it's trading at 545. Now his entire net worth is just boiled down to these two coins. Now what are we going to take away from this important lesson? So of course, we also want to learn from Elon Musk. He has 3 coins. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin is kind of like his entertainment coin, a joke coin, a meme coin. I think the universe right now depends on where you want to stand. Bitcoin is a must-have. And that is the way moving forward into the future. Then if you kind of scatter out and say, okay, I want a much more diversified portfolio of cryptocurrencies, then number 2, clearly it will be Ethereum. Number 2, clearly it will be Ethereum. And number 3, I will kind of tie between 2 guys, the coin of FTX and the coin of BNB, because these 2 coins are primarily exchange-centric. All right, so they are giving out like lower commission fees if you are trading on FTX coin or BNB coin, and FTX right now clearly has a lead over Binance. All right, so this is really, really fascinating. Things can move very, very fast. And because he's appearing so frequently on CNBC for FTX boss, I suspect that an IPO for FTX will be much earlier than Binance. And in fact, recently, just this week, Gemini has already raised a further round in preparation for a potential IPO listing in the US market as well. So everybody here up for grabs. The top 3 I kind of listed out. The number 3 will be a big fight between FTX versus BNB. Depends on which boss that you want to support, which exchange that you truly, really want to support. Then the first 2, clearly undisputed champion, will be Bitcoin and Ethereum. Back to you, Richard.
So, Dr. Clemen, before I ask you the last question, there is an article on adoption, right? There's an Australian sports team that is paying all their player with cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. And then there's a sports stadium that renamed its stadium into crypto.com stadium. So question for you is, do you see this as a increase in acceptance of Bitcoin, and also that the world is all ready for adoption of this cryptocurrency?
Oh yes, that's a great question, Richard, because what the cryptocurrency boys are trying to do is to replicate what the banks have been doing. I repeat again, what the cryptocurrency boys are trying to do is to replicate what the banks have been doing. So all we need to do is really do this step. Step one, we kind of do a search we call bank football sponsorship. And you can see this is like blasted everywhere from Standard Chartered Bank, HSBC, and all the different banks sponsoring the jerseys, right here, the jersey, and right here. So this is already traditional. And next year is going to be important because next year will be the World Cup, all right? So we have a Beijing Winter Olympics as well as a World Cup taking place in 2022. Now, from this idea, the very first mover in the world of cryptocurrency happens to be crypto.com. You say, okay, since you're into sports sponsorship like the traditional banks, we're going to plant a flag and gain a foothold here, because we believe that cryptocurrencies will replace the traditional financial banks out there. There you go, crypto.com, a Singapore-based company, and it's going to wrap around Arena. It's called a crypto.com Arena, replacing the Staples, LA Staples Center. This is really, really fascinating. But the question I always want to dig a little bit further is, hey, how do you go about getting the 950 million sponsorship naming rights? How do you pay it out? And that's the confidence that crypto players have. They already know that if they hold a main coin like a Bitcoin and bite through the runway with another runway of 1 to 5 years, the value will go up. And that's the reason why they can straight away say, hey, I'm going to commit 950 million. I don't think it's a one-time payout cash. It could be spread out over 10 years. And that depends on the complexity of the sponsorship deal. But the takeaway message is this: cryptos are here to take over whatever traditional activities have been done by the banks. And wrapping around sponsorship is the first of many, many to come. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you. So last question to you, Dr. Clemen, where all of us are very interested to know. So is the price of Bitcoin from today on going up or down? What do you think? Last question.
Yes. I because Richard, we gone through like a spiking to the moon 100,000, and we were all getting ready for the battle because of the Bitcoin spot ETF. And my takeaway, we have about 1 week to think back. This was like exactly last Friday, and today is 7 days later. 3 big takeaways I gained from that experience. Number one, Bitcoin spot ETF rejection didn't cause even a single dent to the price of Bitcoin. In fact, the people spoke up and defended the price. But, after the Taproot upgrade, what happens was starting from Monday onwards, right? So I'm going to kind of reflect back right here on the candles right here. So today is like Monday will be 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Monday will be like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. All right, so 15, I look at the candle here. This is the Monday candle right here, this red one. All right, so why are we having 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive down days of the Bitcoin? Because we have to zoom out and see that, okay, all prices do not go up in a linear fashion, one straight line, 45 degrees up and away. They need to take a breather for it to drop a little bit. Whoever wants to realize their profits, let them get out. And, more opportunities created for people to come in to pick up at a nice, really beautiful price this moment. And we really gone through a lot. I mean, Richard, your question is we really got to take a review of what we have gone through for the whole year of 2021. So this chart right now I present really starting from the bottom left, 2021, until today, we are the month of November. What have we gone through? And what have we gone through is going to prepare what is to come. So step one, we have gone through this period back then of the previous high between the 50,000 to the 65,000 range. We also gone through this period. We call it the valley of the shadow of death, the $40,000 and $30,000 range. And we survived these two periods because really the line that connects the first red box and the second red box is just this dip. All right. So we gone through that. And then we gone through the 50,000 to 40,000 range right here. And I put a box, a red arrow right here. So we gone through three phases. Now we are in the most important last leg phase in preparation for 100,000. So we're going to go back to here, 6,700, 5,700. Right now we are into this box. And from here, I kind of pointed out to here. Okay. So for the four boxes I drawn in front of everybody, the question is, hey, which are the box that you have already traded? Because these are priceless, invaluable experiences that money can't buy. You've gone through the four boxes. Guess what? This is the anchor, the real final anchor in preparation when we lead you to 100,000. Without these four major anchors, everybody's going to be very, very weak. And that's the reason why it's so important that you guys stick close to our YouTube updates 3 times a week, all the way we push until 100,000. So I believe this is the final leg. We really don't have much time left. Right now is officially 6 weeks. 6 weeks counting down to end of 2021. And we are so close to that. And that's the reason why I want to give you the final hint. The final hint is right here. The $2,500 buffer between 55,000 to 57,500. And from this point onwards, once it get out above the blue box, it will start to fly. And that is the big summary for today's presentation. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. So there you are for today's episode number 9, Bitcoin Journey to 100,000, right? And this Friday is a very, very restful day so that tomorrow you can enjoy your weekend. So this is Richard Tan and the team here and Dr. Clemen wishing you a wonderful, wonderful weekend ahead. So stay close to journey to 100,000 and have the wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thank you so much.
We believe that investing in our education
has the highest leverage and is the greatest equalizer.
Regardless of background, everyone can have the same opportunities in education.
We believe in doing what is right, not what is easy.
We believe in anything that is worth doing, we do it with passion and excellence.
We believe that happiness is the key to success.
If you love what you're doing, you're already successful. And that both success and failure are temporary, worth sharing about and even celebrating.
That said, we believe we have had our fair share of both.
Yay!
We believe that when the market is tough, we can be tougher.
We believe the best product should win, not the best sales pitch.
We believe that winners are winners because they don't quit.
We believe that the biggest sin is to make learning boring.
We believe in making decisions and owning our results.
We believe in innovation to continue to provide value to all around us.
We believe that together, everyone achieves more.
We believe that real leaders don't create followers, they create more leaders.
We believe that we can learn from our competitors.
We believe that women work harder, do better, and are more confident.
We believe it's okay to be proven wrong.
It's okay to change your mind.
And it's okay to cry when you're having a really rough day.
We believe in giving everyone the benefit of the doubt.
We believe in always saying please and thank you.
We believe that if dreaming is free, then we should dream big.
And then working hard to achieve it.
We believe that if we have knowledge, it's our duty to pass it down.
We believe that we shouldn't teach something we ourselves don't believe in.
We believe it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
We believe in saying sorry and meaning what we say.
We believe in being high-tech, means adding a human touch.
We believe that no one has all the answers.
Not even us.
But we go find out and we learn.
We believe that learning never ends, and once you stop learning,
you start dying.
We believe that one person
or one great idea can change the world.
That's why we believe in helping you grow and succeed.
And with your help, we can change lives globally.
We believe.
We believe. We believe.
Thank you for your belief in us.